Welcome to Module 3, Episode 4 of the Data Science Ascent series on the shapes of data. In this module, we move beyond simple statistics like means and medians to visualize your information using histograms, revealing deeper insights into your data's true nature. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team and Technovative AI. Here is the roadmap for this episode. We will explore what a histogram is, examine 4 key data shapes with real-world examples, and learn how these shapes guide your analytical decisions. By the end of this video, you will be able to read histograms effectively, recognize the 4 common data shapes, and use that knowledge to choose the most appropriate statistics for your analysis. Last time, we left off with a question. Why did our mean and median disagree? A simple 2-line histogram reveals the answer. A right-skewed distribution caused by extreme whale values. This visualization highlights how the mean is pulled by those outliers, while the median remains stable. It's a perfect example of why shape is the most important part of the story. A histogram is just a way to count data in equal-width buckets or bins. Taller bars simply indicate more data points within that range. It turns raw counts into a clear pattern. Choosing the right bin width is crucial. Too few bins hide the shape, while too many create misleading noise. Always experiment to find the bin count that reveals the underlying signal. In code, this means testing different bin values. If you start with a range of 30 to 50 bins, you can refine your view until the distribution's true shape is clearly visible. Now let's look at the 4 common shapes of data. Familiarizing yourself with these families will help you decode almost any data set you encounter without needing complex formulas. First is the normal distribution, often called the bell curve. It's symmetric with a central peak where the mean, median, and mode coincide, making the mean a very reliable measure. Using NumPy, you can easily generate normal distributions. This provides a baseline, so whenever your data deviates from this classic bell shape, you know it requires further investigation. Second is the right-skewed distribution, or the whale tail. Common in business data, the median is a much more robust center here, as the mean is heavily skewed by extreme values. When dealing with heavy right skew, log transformations are a powerful tool. By compressing the tail, you can often make your data appear closer to normal, which helps in predictive modeling. Third is the uniform distribution, appearing as a flat rectangle. If real-world measurements look like this, be suspicious. It often signals that you are looking at arbitrary IDs or indices, not data. Finally, we have the bimodal distribution, characterized by 2 distinct peaks. This is a critical warning sign that your dataset likely contains 2 separate groups that should be analyzed independently. Here is how to handle bimodal data in code. By using histograms to spot these 2 populations, you can perform a split and analyze each group separately. This simple diagnostic step often reveals the hidden story behind your aggregate data. Let's return to the M3 orders data from our previous episode. By plotting the histogram, we can finally confirm our earlier diagnosis. The data is right-skewed. This clearly explains the gap between our mean and median. Recognizing a shape is just the beginning. Now that we can identify these patterns, let's explore how to use that knowledge to make better analytical decisions. This lookup table summarizes your toolkit for different shapes. It provides a quick guide on whether to trust the mean, when to apply a transformation, or if your data needs to be split before further analysis. For normal shapes, the mean is perfectly fine. It sits at the peak, balanced by the symmetric tails. This stability means you are clear to proceed with most classical statistical tests. In the case of right-skewed data, shift your focus to the median. It remains robust to those extreme values, giving you a better representation of the typical case, while a log transform can help normalize your tail. When you encounter a bimodal distribution, split the data before summarizing. Reporting a single average for a bimodal set obscures the reality of your data, so group them and analyze them independently. This code snippet demonstrates the split. By filtering your data based on a grouping variable, you can produce clean, independent summaries and histograms that accurately reflect each population. Log transforms are an essential industry practice. By compressing the extreme tail of a distribution, they bring the shape closer to normal, allowing for more effective use of predictive modeling. Before finalizing your diagnosis, apply the bin wiggle test. Observe your data at different bin widths. The shape that remains consistent across these views is likely the true underlying pattern. For your reference, here are all 4 shapes side by side. Use this visual guide as a constant resource when you begin diagnosing the distributions in your own datasets. To summarize, always visualize your data before computing stats. Learn the 4 key shapes to handle the majority of business data, and remember that bimodality is a call to split your groups. Mastering these shapes is foundational for the rest of this module. In our upcoming episodes, we will build upon this knowledge to explore probability, the central limit theorem, and formal statistical testing. Your next task is to apply these steps to your own project dataset. Create a diagnostic notebook that includes histograms, a formal shape name, and a justification for your statistical choices. Finally, try our bonus challenge. If your data includes categorical columns, use them to check for hidden groupings in your histograms. This practice is vital for success in your final capstone project. This shape diagnosis isn't a one-off task. It's a permanent part of your analytical workflow. Use it before modeling to decide on transformations, when results look strange to debug issues, and in reports to clearly explain your statistical choices. Avoid common pitfalls. Don't use the mean on skewed data. Report the median instead. Don't rely on just one bin width. Never summarize bimodal datasets with a single number. And most importantly, never skip the histogram before running your statistics. We use matplotlib as a diagnostic tool, keeping our code simple with just a few lines. We deliberately avoid complex styling because, for us, a histogram is like a medical X-ray. It's meant to show you the truth, not look pretty. Keep this checklist handy for every numeric column you analyze. Check your bins, identify the shape, test for stability, choose your center based on that shape, and document your reasoning. It's the standard process for any professional data project. Coming up next is our series on probability. You've mastered describing the data you have. Now we'll learn to reason about the data you don't. Your homework is to finish your diagnosis notebook. See you in the next episode.